Honus and OD Love, you already know what it is. That guy that's gonna give no star nations. Today, I just wanted to come on and talk about, the heavenly bodies and the earthly bodies and stuff like that. And also, yesterday I made a video, but the audio came all fucked up. It came out fucked up, and it was weird. Like it was all choppy, and I don't really know why. So I had to scrap that boy. But moving forward. I just wanted to talk about, how there's a lot of heavens. And heaven, there's an omni heaven, you feel me? Like, and for that to be a thing is just super cool. Super cool, Like, heaven in the Bible and all that shit was pretty much just talking about how to manipulate lights consciously and consciously and stuff like that, and subconsciously and unconsciously is like that and stuff like that. Well, actually consciously, but yeah, manipulate lights. And if you look at Jesus, he just rose up from the flesh with his light body, and he was consciously aware of it. And so that's why it took him 3 days to figure out how to fly and move around and stuff like that. And so after he did, he rose up out of there, and he was out that boy. And so Jesus ain't a real person, but his symbol was pretty much a fully conscious spirit that is fully aware of his light body, his or her light body, and can use it accordingly. Whoa, like why is this all this stuff on me? And so he rose up out of that boy, and he rose up into omni heaven. Well, actually, he rose up into his heaven, but there's a thing called omni heaven. And now that I'm thinking about it now, I'm channeling it. It seems to just be when you take all of the heavens, of all of the dimensions and all of the spaces, and you condense them down into one, and then you place that inside of yourself. Well, I mean, not condense it down, but you touch all spaces, because you realize that there's no physical body to go to all the heavens, but there is, your physical essence, not your physical essence, but your essence, and that hoe can touch all of it. It can touch every single one of them, and it can even collapse it into itself. You know, I've never been to heaven per se. I felt heavenly within my body, so maybe I have been in heaven. And so heaven is just like a space that you can go to and be inside your own body. But yeah, this is what I came here to do, teach on that omni heaven stuff. That's my mission, and that's the message I must tell. But and I'm trying to learn how to take out filler words out of my conversation too. So if I'm not as fluid as I usually am, that's why. But yeah, guys, what I was talking about yesterday is like it don't matter what college you went to, what high school you graduated from, even if you went to high school or went to college, that inner work can get you to levels where you are sitting up there with the highest paid, physicists, with the highest class philosophers, the fucking any person that just like seems like they're just so out of touch, out of reach from you. Just know that it's just a meditation. It's just excuse me. It's just a new discipline you got to pick up that can get you to that point. Like inner work really can have you just so articulate and always getting to the next point in a faster manner, because you always have that inner work that has put you closer to that in yourself. We can never forget the inner work. That shit is powerful. Like, that's how I got to this point, inner work. And I haven't even been doing it for that long, and it's still getting me farther than any outer work I've ever done. That's why I always be saying that anything you do externally doesn't really matter. All that matters is how you feeling internally, how you thinking internally, how You're experiencing that inside yourself. Like, the physical world is really just here for the confirmation. It's really just here to, show you the reality of shit. The reality of shit, but you're the actuality of it. That's in you. The actuality of what's actually going on. You feel me? So, Honus and OD Love, you already know it's that guy, you know what I'm saying, Doses.